How does the U.S. government shutdown affect you? This is important, my friends.
Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're talking about the latest updates on the U.S. national parks and how they're being impacted by the federal government shutdown effective October 1st, 2025. If you've been planning a trip to Yellowstone, the Grand Canyon, or even just your local historic site, you'll want to stick around because the situation is not as straightforward as you might think. So let's break down what's happened, what's opened, and what's closed, and what it means to you as a traveler. You may already have plans to visit one of these parks. This is big, y'all. First, let's talk about what actually happened. On October 1st, the federal government shut down due to a lapse in funding. That means most federal agencies, including National Park Service, lost the majority of their operating budgets. We'll have another video updating you on TSA agents shortly and how that's affecting all of our flights. But today we're talking national parks. Essential staff are still on duty with the federal government shutdown. But not every federal agency has a contingency plan. For the Park Service, that plan is pretty simple. Essential staff stay on duty. Think law enforcement rangers, fire response crews, and anyone who protects life and property. Non-essential staff are furloughed. That includes most of the people who run visitor centers, give guided tours, clean restrooms, maintain trails, and restock anything that needs to be stocked. So what does that mean in practice? It means our national parks are technically still there, but how they operate changes dramatically. Here's the good news. Many parks remain open in a limited capacity. If it's an open air site, trails, overlooks, picnic areas, or roads that don't require staffing, you can probably still get in. Probably. That means places like Yosemite Valley's Scenic Drive, parts of Yellowstone's geyser areas, or open trails in Shenandoah may remain accessible. But, and it's a big but, these areas are not staffed. They are unstaffed. That means no rangers at visitor centers, no public programs or tours, no one to empty trash cans, no cleaning crews for bathrooms. I have been to national parks, I have been to state parks in winter months when the restrooms are locked. Do not be shocked if the restrooms are locked with no one to clean them or maintain them. So if you do, you're entering a park that's running on bare bones until the federal government reopens. And sometimes that's not as fun as it sounds. Now let's talk about closures. Anything that requires staffing is shut down. Visitor centers are shut down. Museums are shut down. Our national historic museums are shut down. And historic houses. Campgrounds that need monitoring are shut down. Ranger stations are closed. In some cases, entire parks are closed because their only access points require staff. There's nobody there to check you in. They are furloughed. They are without pay until the federal government reopens. We can talk about in a different video what that means, but as of right now, the federal government is closed. You might be wondering, what's the harm in just leaving the gates open? Well, without staff, national parks can quickly become overwhelmed. Trash piles up, bathrooms overflow, and stay locked. My friends, if you're going to a park and that trash can is full, do not add to it. Do not. If it cannot securely be locked inside of a bear-proof trash can, that trash is going to be all over the place. There is no one to clean up for you. No one is picking up the garbage. So consider this like a national wilderness. Anytime you go to a national park before the federal government is back open, you see a trash can that is full, what you carry in, you carry out. It's okay. It's easy. We do that when we go to national wilderness sites anyway. So Bathrooms overflow and stay locked. Safety risk increase because no rangers are on hand to respond quickly. If you get injured, there's no employee there to assist in a fast manner. And unfortunately, vandalism and damage to sensitive areas have been problems in past shutdowns. So please, please, please treasure our national parks and keep them on our bucket list. And let's go out there when the government reopens. But as of right now, let's work double time to change some of the plans that we had in mind. So that's why some parks may decide to fully close, lock their gates, and shut down if things get out of control. In some past shutdowns, states have stepped up to keep their crown jewel parks open. That is up to the states. For example, Arizona has sometimes funded rangers at the Grand Canyon so tourism would not collapse because the revenue is needed around the park and in the state regions as well. But this time, Governor Hobbs has announced that Arizona will not spend state money to keep the Grand Canyon open. Big announcement. Other states may make different decisions, but as for now, most are letting the federal government handle it. So if you're planning a trip, it really depends on the park and the state you're visiting. So here's the bottom line, my friends. If you're visiting during the shutdown, check the park's website and social media before you go. Some parks are updating daily with conditions, but it may close when you're en route. Check the park's website and social media before you go. Be self-sufficient. What you bring in, you bring out. Bring your own water, bring your own food, bring your own supplies. There will not be manned stores or open stores for you to get any restaurants or other things inside of the park if it's federally run. Assume restrooms are closed. Pack it in, pack it out. With no trash pickup, whatever you bring, you take home. Be extra cautious, my friends. Please don't assume help will be nearby in an emergency. Visiting during shutdown, please, please, please be respectful. Fewer crowds, open trails, but it comes with risks and responsibilities. America's national parks are treasures, my friends. They're real treasures. And on this channel, I want to visit every single national park we have and bring you the latest, the greatest, the whys, the which one should be top of your bucket list. Some areas during the government shutdown are still accessible, but most services are shut down and some parks are completely closed. If you're planning a visit, prepare ahead. Be respectful. And keep in mind that rangers and staff aren't there to support you. Thanks for watching, my friends. I do appreciate you. If you found this update helpful, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and, give me a thumbs up. Share this video with your friends and travelers, and drop a comment with what national park you're hoping to visit this upcoming season. I'll see you again real soon with some very important updates. Hit that subscribe button. Give me a thumbs up. See you soon.